everybody, it is Dave the Kayaker back with you today with a fresh smartwatch review. Today we have the ST1 Smartwatch. Now I picked this one up off of AliExpress because this one has some new features that I've never seen in a smartwatch before, and they include a 650 nanometer red laser and also allegedly an ultraviolet light for counterfeit bill detection. And it's a military style smartwatch that is 3 atmospheres of pressure waterproof with a 500 milliamp hour battery. And I wrote on my notes here off to the side, GPS with a question mark, because the seller on this watch said it has GPS, but if you go into the specifications, it does not give you any of the indicators that it actually has GPS. Sometimes they get a little tricky and they say it'll pull in location from your phone, but the watch does not have GPS. So I'll get into the review and let you know. Right now, this portion of the review is just an out of the box. And it's got some battery life in it. It's got your regular magnetic charging cable that will click onto the back, and the other end will go into a charging brick. And it has a user manual, and it's small writing, but it looks like it will be easy enough to read, and I see the app here already will be Glory Fit. So if you've never seen my reviews, in this portion I'm just showing you what comes out of the box, and then I'm going to go away and wear it for days and then come back with my full, fair, and honest thoughts. But let's just see, if I press and hold the dial, yep, I can get into some other watch faces here. And let's see, probably I'm going to like that one. There's one button on the upper right, there's another one on the lower right, and there's your red laser and your ultraviolet light. How you turn those on, I'm not sure. Let me press this bottom light and hold it and see if anything happens. No. Okay, I accidentally got into a sports mode, and this is all part of the fun here, folks. You're learning with me in real time. So if I press this button and then the bottom right, no, that doesn't do it. Let's see if we swipe down. Can we get into settings here? Nope, that would be your menu system. Let me swipe down. Let me swipe right. Flashlight, that would oh, here we go. Here's your laser pointer. Oh, and I don't know if you can see it, but it does indeed have a red laser pointer to it, so that's pretty cool. Let me turn off this studio light and you can see that better maybe. Yeah, so it's got a red laser here. I can shine that right into the camera actually, because it's not going to hurt your eyes, but there it is, red laser. Let me turn on the UV light, and there you see a faint purple color, and this would be good for counterfeit detection. You know, I'll get into the applications of this in a bit, but I do want to show you what comes out of the box. It's a beautiful looking watch. Let me go charge it up, wear it for several days, and then come back with my full, fair, and honest review. Again, it is the ST1 smartwatch, and I'm bringing this one to you because it has a built-in laser pointer and a built-in UV lamp on the side. Talk to you in just a few seconds through the magic of editing, but in reality, it will be several days from now. Hey, I'm back. It's been multiple days, and it just felt like a couple seconds to you, right? That's exactly what I promised you. So let's dig into the features here. Now, I'm not a user manual. I'm not the training department of this watch manufacturer's company. So my job here is to review these devices, to show you their features and what they can do, and give you the highlights. This is not a detailed training video that's going to walk you through how to do every possible setting. And I've been getting a lot of those types of comments on my YouTube videos for smartwatch reviews. Hey, why didn't you show this? Hey, why didn't you show me how to do that? That's not my job. I'm not here to teach you how to use your watch. I'm here to review it. So with that disclaimer out of the way, this has a beautiful display, and I really like this watch. It has this metal piece on the side here that has the lights in it. It's that LED and the UV light. But it juts out that actually help you prevent from accidentally hitting the buttons. There's one on the upper right and one on the lower right. The one on the lower right will get you into your sports modes. And there are lots of sports modes in here. And I've tested this long enough to come back with a definitive answer. This is not, I repeat, is not a GPS watch. It does not have a GPS unit walked in. If it did, when you went to one of these outdoor activities, it would try to acquire satellites, and it is not doing that. So this is just simply going to track your time engaged in the activity, your estimated kilocalorie burn, and your heart rate throughout that activity. So yeah, advertised is wrong. All right, let me stop this. Okay, I'm going to say okay to that. But it has lots of sports modes. So if you just want to track time engaged in a sport and your heart rate throughout and get an estimated kilocalorie burn, that's about all it's going to do for you. If we swipe from right to left, this gets us into sort of your summary mode with your steps. Let's start on the outside and work on the concentric rings going inward toward the center. The outermost one is your estimated kilocalorie burn. The yellow one is your estimated distance walked. And then the blue one, or teal, are your steps for the day. And you can go and look at your steps for the day. You can see your weekly recap, and that's about it there. Let's go to the next screen. This gives you your sleep from the night before, and I'll show you that in the app with some more detail. Here is your heart rate in beats per minute. Here is your SPO2, or blood oxygen saturation. And if I turn it just the right angle, you will see it's using the red diode here. So this has both the red and the green diodes. And I like that. I think the red diode is more accurate for SPO2 measurements. This will do your blood pressure. And big caveat here, this is not a medical device. So don't trust that this is accurate. But it does take some blood pressure measurement and it generates some numbers. It's for reference only. If you're interested in this feature, my advice would be correlate this to a known medical device that can do blood pressure accurately, and then just know that this may or may not track based on reality. But yeah, if you really want to know blood pressure more than just like a recreational toy, which most of these smartwatches are, go see a real doctor. This is not a medical device. All right, so that disclaimer is out of the way. Here is your weather, and it'll pull this in from your smartphone when tethered via Bluetooth Low Energy, or when you sync it. And it just gives you the next few days forecast here, your high temperature, your low temperature, and whether it looks like it's going to be cloudy or sunny or whatever. Keep on going through. We can get to our calls here. I'm not connected to my phone right now, but this has a built-in microphone and speaker, so you can use it as a speakerphone when tethered to your phone via Bluetooth, and your phone is within Bluetooth distance. It does not have a SIM card in it, so just know it's just like a remote microphone and speaker accessory for your phone when you're nearby and connected to Bluetooth. This works just fine. And then your sports modes, you can add some other components here. Most of these I've got already. I could add music. It would be a music controller to control the music on your phone when tethered via Bluetooth. And then we get kind of right back to the beginning. All right, if I swipe up, this gets me to my SMS messages. And I've tested this. It indeed works just fine. Again, when tethered via Bluetooth, and you enable the notification and connection from your phone and contacts to your watch to receive SMS messages, you can read those right on the watch. There's no way to reply to them, so know that. If I swipe down, this gets us into settings. Here is where you would make that Bluetooth connection. The 3 dots changes your menu system, all right? And I obviously like the list setting because that's how I have it set, but I'll I'll show you that. I'll switch back to it, but I'll show you a different mode here. It does have an always-on display, and you can schedule that so you can have a start time and an end time for the always-on display. So, for instance, if you work throughout the day and you want to be able to just glance at your watch and see the time without pressing a button, you can do that. It also has a lift your wrist feature if you have always-on display turned off. If you flick your wrist or just raise your wrist, it will turn on. However, I usually have that turned off to save battery life. And then we have, let's see. Then we have that brightness setting. Here we have the lift your wrist feature right there that I just talked about. And then if I swipe to the next menu, there's Bluetooth is disconnected. It'll vibrate and make your phone ring to find your phone. There are those lights. The laser light, let me pop this off my wrist here. It's a little bit easier to see, but there's that laser. All right, laser pointer. It's kind of neat. It's not all that coherent. I would say at about 10, 15 feet away on a wall. You can already tell it's becoming less of a dot and more of just kind of a blob. But, you know, if you want to play with your cat or if you're giving a presentation and need to point at something when you're giving your Death Through PowerPoint presentation, you can do that. It would work in a pinch. I think most people would think you're some sort of geek by using your watch as a laser pointer, but hey, I don't mind wearing that title. To paraphrase a character from The Big Bang Theory, I'm not just a geek, I'm the king of the geeks, so I wouldn't mind wearing that title. And there is that UV light. Oh, let me turn that back on. There's that UV lamp. And as I said, it's sold as something that can assist in counterfeit bill detection. It could also work as an amateur crime scene investigator if you're in a scuzzy hotel room and there was a murder committed and they didn't clean it up with bleach. You could find bodily fluids using this UV lamp. I'm joking, folks. But, you know, other than counterfeit detection or, you know, one other possible application, and I did ponder this, and I actually used the UV lamp last year when the air conditioner in my truck was leaking, and they filled it with fluorescent dye to see if you could see dye anywhere to see if it was leaking, the refrigerant. The UV lamp would be good for that. It would make something fluorescent glow up, or in the dark it would make white shine bright, somewhat like a black light. So, you know, there is that feature. Let's go back into these settings, okay? And whoopsie, there's your new menu system now. Instead of list view, you kind of have this icon view. But let's go into settings. There's your watch face and theme. You can change themes and dials, and there's more watch faces in the app. There's your brightness, sound and vibration. You could set a password. Here's your raise to light up. This is if you just flick the watch up and it will detect that motion and turn the display on. Do not disturb. The app, I already mentioned, that's GloryFit. Some system info here. You can reboot, turn it off, or do a factory reset. And there's your info. Product name is indeed the ST1. Let's go look at the app, and then I'll come back with my full thoughts and opinions. Okay, and now we're in that GloryFit app. It's a clean app. I have no criticisms on it whatsoever, really. It gives you your step target count that you can set on your own, your distance walked for the day, today's number of steps, your estimate of kilocalorie burn. Here is your continuous heart rate on this top screen, and you can look at that throughout the course of the day. Here is your sleep records, and you can look at the days and weeks going back, and you can just scroll through those days and take a look at your sleep. You know, I think it does a pretty good job with the deep sleep. Oh, let's go back to deep sleep, the light sleep analysis, REM sleep, and times awake. Kind of breaks it down into those various zones. That's pretty good. There are your blood pressure measurements. And bear in mind, you have to take these manually on the watch. You cannot set it up to take these automatically, so keep that in mind. Here's your blood oxygen saturation trace, and you can set it up to do this every X number of minutes or every 30 minutes or whatever you would like. That seems to work fine. Here are your sports modes, and here is where, if you have this connected to your watch and you're using your phone's location services for outdoor running, outdoor cycling, and these outdoor things, it would use the location services from your phone to give you the mapping and whatnot. Again, it's not a GPS watch. Here are your device settings and Bluetooth call with the watch. There's where you would get into permissions and whatnot. Okay, you can disable that function. Here are your watch faces. This is the dial center. There's lots of different dials in here that you can download to the watch. You'll most likely find one you like. Here's your heart rate monitoring. You can turn it on to automatically measure it. And you can set alarms for high and low test rates. Same with blood oxygen saturation. I have it set to take that measurement every hour. You can set that down to as little as every, well, 10 minutes it looks like right there. Or 6 hours, 4 hours. So you can, you know, set how often you want it to do that measurement. And automatically that is. And then you can set a start and stop time throughout the course of the day. Call reminders, SMS reminders, I've got that turned on, and here's where you turn on the permissions to push those messages to your smartwatch. App reminder, sedentary reminder, that just reminds you to get up and walk. There's your lift your wrist feature, raise hand to activate display. I turn that off to save battery life. Oh, here we go, SMS quick replies. So if I would have turned this on, then when I got that text message, I do have 5 pre-programmed quick messages I could have just tapped and sent back. They say, I'll call you later. Okay, wait a minute, it will be here soon. I'm sorry, I'm not convenient to answer the phone. Meeting now, contact me later, and no problem. And it looks like you can add some custom messages too. So if you want pre-written quick replies, you can enable that, all right? So that's pretty cool. Some universal settings. Shake to take a picture. You can use the smartwatch as a trigger to take a picture from your phone. Find your bracelet looking for mobile time system. You can, I have it set on 12-hour time. I don't like 24-hour military time, but you could change that if you wish. And for those people who want to know these features there, I just threw you a bone. That's how you would change from 12 to 24-hour time. You can see if there's a firmware upgrade. And let's see, latest version available. I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade this in real time and let you see what that looks like. You know, it looks like it already did it. All right, so let's move on from there. You can clear the data, and then you can go into your settings. You can change your units from Celsius to Fahrenheit and vice versa, metric to British, pounds to kilograms. You can set your goals for step number. Training plan, here's where you would set your goal for number of steps. Let's see, weekly, friends, physiological reminder, that's a 28-day cycle tracker. Here are your permissions, and this is where you basically go in to give it permission to communicate with different parts of your phone, be it SMS messages or your contact list or your phone, whatever that is. Some common problems and some feedback. So there you go. That's the app. It's decent. I like it. No negative comments about the app. So my bottom line on this watch is I like it. It's a military style looking smartwatch. It's waterproof to 3 atmospheres of pressure. It's got that 1.39 inch AMOLED display. It also has a 500 milliamp hour battery. So it's going to last you a good long time. It's got that orange inlay behind the bezel here. And beauty is in the eye of the holder. I tend to like these big, rugged looking round watches. I think they look good. This is selling right now on AliExpress for about 40 bucks. If it's got the features you're looking for and it's got the styles and looks that you're looking for, I'd say go check it out. In my testing, I liked it. Everything works fine. So I could, in good conscience, recommend this one. At the price point, pretty decent price. I would wait to see if you could get it under $43, $45, maybe in the $30 range. And that's got about the best features that you're going to find in a smartwatch at this budget and price point. There you go. It's the ST1 Smartwatch. Go check it out. Go check out all my smartwatch and fitness tracker reviews on my playlist on my YouTube channel. Check out my kayaking adventures at davethekayaker.com and come back soon. You know, I got a few more smartwatch reviews coming up. I've got another smart ring here I'm going to review here shortly. And then after that, hopefully the weather will break and I'll get back out on the water and be more outdoors and indoors doing these reviews. But hey, I love bringing fitness technology to you. So I get a kick out of this. And what really keeps me going is when people just drop a line or a comment and say, thank you, I appreciated the review. That also helps spread the word about this channel. So thank you very much for viewing and joining me today. Stick around. I'll be back soon with 1, 2, 3 more smartwatch reviews lined up. So it's going to be a busy next couple weeks. Take care.